Hello witches, welcome back to the channel once again. This is Starboy, the Cosmic Witch, and we're going to be doing our reading for the full moon partial lunar eclipse, October 28th. So how have you all been feeling this eclipse season? I hope you have been well. I have been noticing a lot of paranormal activity lately. I've been having things knocking on the walls, on my altar. I talked about in the last video, my door shut by itself. As I was getting ready this morning in the bathroom, I heard something fall over in the shower. I think it was like a shampoo or something, but it just fell over randomly in the shower. So that was another weird thing that happened. Do you guys like this look, by the way? So suffice to say that I'm definitely feeling the spirit activity pick up, thinning of the veil, heading in towards Halloween here in the Northern Hemisphere. I've also been noticing a lot of signs from Goddess Hekate. I've been seeing owls a lot, which is kind of funny considering my last video. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of owl symbolism and keys. Keys have been coming through in my dreams a lot. I actually had a dream that Hekate gave me a key recently, so that was interesting. And as far as other psychic stuff, I don't know what it is, but I've been really feeling just in my dark witch era lately. I think I posted about it a couple weeks ago. Basically just this entire eclipse season has felt this very dark feminine energy, I feel. So not surprising that Hecate's influence and presence is coming through lately with this. In a way, it kind of feels like a rebirth energy, but at the same time, it feels like coming home to self. So yeah, that's kind of the psychic energy that I'm feeling with this. With that said, let's go ahead and look at the astrology. Where's my phone? So we have this full moon occurring in Aries. Jupiter and Uranus are also present. So we know that Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's the energy of the initial burst of energy, renewal, regeneration, activity, action. This is Samhain, Halloween, the witch's new year as well. So there is a sense of a rebirth and a renewal with this energy in the dark feminine, the dark half of the year here in the Northern Hemisphere, you know, moving in towards winter. Aries is a sign of the energy of something is starting, something is beginning. With this energy, we have Jupiter, like I said, and Uranus also present. These energies expand the influence of this eclipse, the influence of the sign. With Jupiter, there's higher thinking and higher knowledge and higher learning involved. And a sort of a more pure, expressive energy. With Uranus, we have a sort of a sporadic, lightning out of the blue energy. So it's also very energetic with that as well. And quick. Aries is headstrong, you know, the symbolism of the ram. And it's a courageous energy as well. So it's standing up for yourself, for what you believe in, for your loved ones, for your cause, for your purpose, right? This is an energy to start something new during this time. If you're looking for a new job, if you're starting a business, wanting a promotion in your current job, wanting to expand your knowledge and skills in some way, start a diet or a health regimen, anything starting at this time will be greatly energized and blessed, especially with Jupiter there, the greater fortune in astrology. Aries highlights the energy of leadership and passion, that driving passion that a leader embodies, being the first to do something and leading in that way by example. It's also an energy of authority. So this could be a time where you, like I say, expand your skills with something, become an authority, a master of some sort of skill or matter. Maybe this will also be a time of recognition that you are a master of something, that you are an authority in some sense. So you could get recognition during this time. Another thing I noticed here on the opposite side of the sky, we have Mars and Mercury are conjunct in Libra. So that's a very interesting energy as well. Once again, we have Mars, this activity energy, this passionate energy, assertive, aggressive energy even. With Mercury, communication, learning, travel and expansion in that sense, the intellect and the mind. This will be a very passionate and creative time with intellectual matters and with really anything that you're planning to start. With it being in Libra as well, this is highlighting energy of relationships too, because we also, once again, Aries energy can represent lust and sexual attraction and sexual activity. So with Libra being there, I see this energy, and with Mars being in Libra, Mars rules Aries, I see this energy of relationship coming into play. Now, this could be positive or negative when we have Mars involved. It's a very passionate energy, and that could be in a good way or it could be in a negative way. So there might be some bickering, there might be some arguments with your loved ones, with Mercury being conjunct Mars. But more than likely, it's going to be a positive energy, I would say, because we also have the Sun nearby in Virgo. This could be a very expressive time with your relationships, communication, and passion. Okay. And again, on the aspect of spirit, this could be a time when a lot of spirit communication comes through. Once again, we are heading towards Halloween here in the Northern Hemisphere. And with this conjunction, I could see that communication would be coming through as well with that. So weird, I don't know if you guys hear that, but I keep hearing like a low thumping, knocking sound, and I can't tell where it's coming. I've been hearing it all day. So if you guys hear that, you can wonder what it is with me. Just heard it again over there. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get into the cards. For this reading, I'll be using the Gothic Tarot again for its Halloween vibes. And I will use the Wooden Bone and Path Unknown Gaming Oracle. I'll pull a Rune Oracle card at the end. Here on the bottom of the deck, we have the World card. So coming full circle, the will of the year. Samhain is the beginning. This is the completion and the graduation to the next level and preparing for what comes next. So it's that starting, rebirthing energy. Now I align myself with the Most High God and the Holy Spirit Hekate. Please communicate the truth to me through these cards so that I may be guided for the highest good of all. Thank you, and so mote it be. Please give us your divine guidance for this full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Aries, and heading in towards Halloween. Is there anything else that we need to know or do or be aware of at this time for our highest good, greatest success and joy? Please give us your divine guidance now. Thank you, and so mote it be. So the first card that we have is the Four of Pentacles. So we have this cute little gargoyle with his witch. So with the Four of Pentacles, we have an energy of manifestation. 4 is the number of the earth element. It's a number of manifestation, and this is the pentacles. suit of the earth element. This is a time to, I feel, take stock. We're heading towards, once again, winter here in the Northern Hemisphere. This would be traditionally a time when people would take stock of their possessions, their materials, their things, making preparations for the winter. So there's a energy of contemplation as well, making sure that everything's taken care of for yourself and for your loved ones, for your family in the months to come. This is also a time to get square and get even with people. If someone owes you or if you owe them, you know, that type of energy. This would be a time to collect, and it's part of, you know, preparing for the winter, for the months to come. There's also a cleansing energy with the Four of Pentacles because it speaks of our possessions and what we hold on to, what we let go of. So with the Four of Pentacles, it might be a time to also go through your possessions and see what you can let go of, that you don't need anymore, or that it's just taking up space, things like that. There's a cleansing energy and releasing. And when we release, we make way for something new to come in its place. So consider that as well. There's a clearing energy with this. And that's interesting because the next card to come up is the Tower. And this is what the Tower is. It's that lightning bolt coming out of the blue and cleansing, clearing, illuminating. With the Tower, we have the clearing away of false foundations and the crumbling away of deception, deceit, be it from ourselves or from others. Anything icky and murky like that. The Tower card dissolves that which is false and that which is unclean. It's a very, very powerful energy to Major Arcana. It's a cleansing, divine intervention energy. And it comes in when it's really overdue that this energy comes through. It can feel like a storm that comes through and that sort of fresh, clean energy afterwards. Can be a bit chaotic, like a storm coming through. But it leads to this fresh, clean energy afterwards. And of course, this makes perfect sense to come up for an eclipse reading. That sort of divine change that comes through kind of forces and pushes itself on us. And, you know, the Tower card represents that. It's that divine intervention that comes to cleanse away the false and the negative and the darkness. And it is a good thing. And interestingly, we have the Seven of Cups as the final card. So we sort of see opening this Pandora's box and releasing these spirits, these energies, these cups. This is a typical energy to come right after the Tower, sort of immense, cleansing, changing energy. Because this is a card of options, possibilities, dreams, illusions, fantasies. That state where you're sort of just dreaming up or planning out, depending on how you use this energy. It can be just idle fantasizing, but it could also be planning for your future. But it is a dreamy energy. It all just depends on how you use it. Are you going to use it in a practical way or just, you know, wasting your time, basically? That comes down to you. But what is assured with the Seven of Cups is that this is an energy where things are possible. There's opportunities, there's possibilities around every corner. And there's a lot of creative energy, creativity within yourself to dream things up or plan things out. And again, that fits with the theme, heading in towards Halloween, planning for the winter, planning for the months to come, for the new year. So let me just take a second to look at the cards all together and see if anything else comes to mind for this reading. So the card that we got is Answers. Kind of looks like this overly eager guy, and the other one's kind of holding him back a bit, pushing him off a little. It's at least what that looks like to me. But let me go ahead and read the book meaning. And says, the divine breath. Communication is its most divine form. This rune is associated with expression, knowledge, and the ability to invoke/provoke insight. Anses is also known as Odin's rune, tied strongly with the passing of runic knowledge through need and sacrifice. This card depicts two men sharing an exchange of words, the breath carrying a divine message to seal communion. The power of the word is underestimated and can carry such force as to elevate the soul, seduce the heart, or cut another person down. Once the words are spoken, little can be done to reverse its force, as it is reverberating out into the world. Keywords: open and clear communication, eloquence, poetic, wisdom, divine voice, sweet talker, insight, power of words. So interesting, sort of a bit of a silver tongue aspect to this, which I feel highlights the kind of the warning that I got at the end of the tarot reading about deceivers. Be careful during this time. Maybe there will be some sort of person that comes into your life, or someone that you know that you're in a relationship with, will be a little bit sly and deceptive at this time. So be careful with that for sure. But other than that, yeah, it's really highlighting the energy of communication. So that Mercury-Mars conjunction in Libra that I talked about, passionate communication. And Libra, the sign of relationships, balance, marriage. Something to that with this. Definitely some sort of relationship energies coming up. I felt that from the beginning. So that's definitely highlighted here. One thing I will say, I always tell you guys, eclipse season is vampire season. And heading in towards the dark half of the year is vampire season. This is when the people who come around who want a warm place to stay. There's that sort of deceptive energy with this, manipulation, relationship energy that I'm really getting a warning with here. So be very careful during this time, and, you know, just be wise. And, you know, not just physically with people. This is also a time when spirits, strange spirits can come around. The veil's thin. It's a dark half of the year. All of that can come through at this time as well. Your vampire spirits. So be careful with that too. So overall, it feels like there's definitely this rebirth, this renewal, cleansing, shutting away the past, shutting away what's dark and negative, especially with the Tower card here. And with the Four of Pentacles talking about cleansing, letting go of things that you don't need anymore. This could be energetic, at the energetic level. Maybe you need to do some cleansing, some shadow work. A lot of people need to do shadow work during eclipse season. But other than that, you know, this is a creative time, a very creative time for thinking of your future, different plans that you might have for different projects, goals, you know, once again, businesses, whatever it is. There's a creative power to this. And again, even that can be positive or negative depending on who's using it. So there's definitely this undertone of caution with this energy from other people and from outer influences. I'll say it like that. But with that said, that's going to be all for this video, guys. I hope that you have a lovely full moon, partial lunar eclipse. I hope that you have an amazing Halloween, Samhain, for those in the Northern Hemisphere. And Beltane to all my Southern witches. If you would like to get in touch with me for a private reading or for spell work services, you can contact me through the methods below in the description box. And if you'd like to join my Patreon and have access to all of my magical knowledge and lessons that I don't share publicly on YouTube, my most advanced magic, the link for that is down in the description box as well. I would like to thank my current patrons and group members. And I will see you all in the next videos. As always, until next time, hail Hekate, hail to the witches, and blessed be.
Hekate, pleased with dark ghosts that wander through the shade.